Hello, hello, this is Rose RCG Creations. How are you doing? I'm bringing to you it's not pizza, but it's shaped like pizza. And what you do is you can either buy your own pizza dough, or you can make pizza dough from scratch. And I made pizza dough from scratch. And I'm almost positive that I already have a video. Oh, let me turn you over. I'm almost positive I already have a video, and if I do, I'll put a link in there on my recipe, and of course I'll put the directions of my recipe to make my own dough. Okay, so what you do is you get your dough, roll it out. Fresh, store-bought, whatever it is. Roll it out flat, kind of like a rectangle shape. Then you want to cut this. What do you think I'll make it? Put in the comments, what do you think that I'll make it? Because I haven't said the name yet. I'm not going to put the name in the title description box either. I'm going to put a question mark. Anyway, okay, what we're making is Italian Stromboli. I've never had it. I've eaten it at a restaurant, but I've never made it. And basically all it is it's kind of like a pizza sandwich, okay? And so you put your little lines, because you're going to braid this. And this is going to be my second one. I've already got one in the oven right now, because this thing is long. It took over my big, long cookie sheets. So I wanted to make sure we had enough for lunch, for dinner tonight, and then for lunches for tomorrow. So you get a mixture of ricotta cheese and Italian dressing. Excuse me, not Italian dressing, Italian seasoning. Mix it all up. And I've already cut this, but that's okay, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me show you. See, my supposed to be at an angle cuts, not that swift, but it's like everything else. With practice, you get better. Oop, my camera just slipped. Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't realize it was slipping there. Oh, I gotta tighten that up. Sorry about that. My hands are right there. There we go. Oh, you're still kind of crooked. Okay. Whoops. My big old feet got on the way there. Sorry about that. So here's the main piece. I want to make sure you can see everything that's going on. And you're going to lather this, not all, you're going to go about 1 inch to the edge. Okay. And we're going to overlap it. We're going to braid it. And the one that's cooking, I wish we had smell-o-vision. Boy, that smells good. But how can you mess up pizza? And if you want to, you can, once you slice it, you can dip it in some marinara sauce, spaghetti sauce, whatever it is. I'm not doing that. I'm just having just a plain, because I want to enjoy this first and see what I can tweak it with, because you can put any kind of meat, ham, pepperoni. We're using pepperoni because we like pepperoni pizza. Vegetables, bell peppers, olives, whatever it is that you want. But because this is my first time making it, and I want to see how much crust it has. Because sometimes, you know, when you get into you bite into like a calzone or something like that, you get a whole lot of bread and not a whole lot of main course. And I want to see how this turns out. That way, the next time I make it, I'll know to be adding, like on mine, because I'm making 2, so I'll do one for me and one for hubby next time. I'm going to be adding some chopped up onions. I'll be putting some stuff that I really enjoy eating that hubby doesn't care for. But I have mine and he has his, so what's left over will be for our lunches, and we don't have to worry about it. If he wants to eat all his for one meal, then that's on him. He won't get no lunch the next day, because I'm only going to be making 2 of these at a time. And what's nice about this is you can freeze all this once you put it all together. Wrap it in plastic. Wrap it really good in plastic. Then wrap it in foil. Wrap it in plastic again. And wrap it in foil. And stick the whole thing unbaked in the freezer for up to 3 months. Or you can go ahead and bake it and then freeze it, and then all you have to do is reheat it. I think I've done dough like this before. I personally prefer, this is just me, to freeze uncooked dough. But, you know, this is your kitchen. You do you. You do what's best for you. And then don't forget, do your own research of what is what and how to do it. And I will put a because I'm not going to put the name of this in my description, in my title, my thumbnail. I'm going to put a pop-up right in the very beginning of the video of what we're making. Because I really would love to hear what y'all think we're doing. Now, of course, don't critique me too bad, because again, like I just said, I'm a newbie at this. I have no idea. And I saw a bunch of them. I was like, oh, they're so pretty the way they cut it. I can't do that. I just have not had enough practice doing it. Okay. Let me just... This is ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese and Italian seasonings. And of course you can put other flavors in here if you wanted to. Because remember, this is yours. You make it how you want to make it. So we just got some regular old pepperoni slices. We got the big ones. You can use any kind of meat, ham, chicken, even beef if you want to do beef. And we're going to get toward it's supposed to be like the middle, but again, I am way off. I try to do straight, and you want to angle it because you want to do it into a braid. And I'm going to overlap my pepperoni. Just because I can. And my timer's, oh my God, 4 minutes left on my first one that's already in the oven cooking. And then it'll be about time, this will be about ready to put in for the second one. I got a piece of Italian seasoning on my, it didn't dry up. I mean, usually seasonings gets moist with the ricotta cheese. But that was a hard piece. And for all we know, it could be a little twig. You know, I didn't make the Italian seasoning. it was a store-bought one. Okay, I knew I have room, so I'm gonna put a third layer because I also want to get rid of this pepperoni. I mean, I can save it, yeah, but we'll make this a meaty one. And you want to lay your meat just in the center portion of when you do your braid. That's all I have left. I'm glad this package is more than enough for one of these. And this is just a regular pizza crust, which makes enough for one pizza. Actually, that's got too much, so let me put this over there, and I'll put it back in the bag. Now we're going to sprinkle some cheese. And you can skip the cheese or put the cheese on there, it's totally up to you. But we love cheese in this household. Now, no, the dough is not on my diet program. Well, it's not a diet weight loss program, but, you know, I've been hunkering for something like this for a long time, so it is what it is. I'll go ahead and use all this cheese, because you're not going to sprinkle nothing on top. It's just going to be all inside. Okay, then we take the one piece. See how this is wide? And then you take the other one and you braid it over, and then this one gets tucked under, and then you pinch it together. Do you see that? Yeah, you see me. I'm in frame. Good. So you see that, and then when it bakes, it'll be enclosed. Okay. And then we're going to do the next braid and overlap it here. We'll take this next braid and overlap it there. But you see how I have a little bit of a gap here? You just tuck all that underneath it. And that's again, you want some opening slits here, but you don't want all this to ooze out of here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on top. Make sure. I just don't want it to ooze out and then it just be on my pan. And then we're going to angle this again. And you don't want your slits to go all the way to the center, but you can have them go to as much close to the center, but not all the way to the center. And then we're just going to braid it. Kind of like braiding your hair. You know those loose braids that you have when you have really long hair? And you can make those loose, fluffy braids. This one was a little long. And I'm curious, I'm sure it'd be easier if you did a store-bought pizza dough. But I wanted to make a fresh one. Hubby's been bugging me for months to make him some pizza. We make our own pizza here in our household because I found this pizza recipe and I really like it. And he really enjoys it. So let me, I double check my other pizza. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm just going to be right here and I'm going to talk to you. I'm gonna bring you over to this other one because after this one, once you braid it, all you're doing is letting it cool for a few minutes, and then you dig into it. Oh yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Oh, yeah, there you go. See that? Ow, that's getting hot, that's getting hot. And I'm going to leave my oven on. Let me bring it. Let me flip you over so you can see. Oh, let me turn my light on. Isn't that pretty? And look, we didn't have a bunch of oozing. So we did good. And then you just slice it however you want to slice it. And then you eat it. So let me let that cool down for a little bit. And while that's cooling down, this one will be ready. And you see how thick that is? This is more than a nutritious meal. Let me get all that goodies, all that goody lusciousness in here. Now my braid's going to be a little upside down on this one, but that's okay. We're going to be good. And since I didn't know what I was doing here, tuck it over, and I'm going to use the end of that dough to wrap over on the end of this dough. Yeah, you could see me. I'm in frame. I just want to make sure I'm in frame. Tuck that under. I just want to make sure that it's in there. Let me go grab a cookie sheet. Give me some parchment. And put this one in the oven. And then when that gets done, this thing is so big, parchment to move this over. Okay. So now I'm back here, and because my pan is hot, I have it over here on my other little counter. But I'm going to show you, and this is the way I found, and I was just tinkering with it. You slowly pick it up with your fingers and you roll it toward the center. And because you have flour on your cutting surface, it's not sticking to the mat. Then you pick up over here on this side and you kind of want to roll it together. I know this is on the messy side, but that's okay, because we don't want this to fall apart on us. I'm going to fastly put it over here. Alrighty. We got a little bit of a mess, but I'm okay. I'm good to go. Let me just get some of this ricotta cheese, because I don't want to waste any of this goody stuff. And then wiping my hands because I got a little messy, but look. See that? It turned out pretty good. And I do see I need to go up on my paper. You know what? I've got another sheet. I got these pre-made sheets. And I'm just going to put it underneath it. Because you want to make sure that the dough is underneath the sheet. And I'm just sliding it in. Okay. And there's plenty over here, so when it moves over and rises, woo, that's hot. That's hot. That's a hot cookie sheet. And then smooth it back out. No, I can tell you right now, it's not pretty like the ones you see on the internet, but it's going to get the job done. And of course, the more I practice, because that's one thing I have learned already, the more you practice, the better you definitely get. And let me pitch this back up. And it only takes 20 minutes to bake in a 350-degree oven. Oh, let me get this towel. Let me turn this around, because this is hot. And I'm going to put this back in the oven now for it to bake. Ooh, that's a hot oven. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so now we can get ready to do the taste test. Let me just get me some hot plates up here. And let's bring you over here. Oh, let me set my timer. 20 minutes. So we're going to pretend it's 20 minutes. And we're going to go, ta-da! Of course, it had been 20 minutes, because you see me doing this. And I'm sure if you wanted to, you could put an egg wash in here. And this is pizza crust, because it's pizza dough. And I know this is hot. Oh yeah, look at that. Let me bring you up and show you. Look at that. Let me bring this camera up just a little bit. You can still see. Look at all that goodiness. Let me cut a piece, because I know hungry hubby and I are both hungry, and this is our supper. And I know this is hot. But look, isn't that pretty? All the nice filling in there. So let's go ahead and dig in and do a little taste test. Okay. I want to get some of the, I got the ricotta cheese and the Italian dressing. Let me get some with the pepperoni on it. This one's mine anyway. You see how I was saying? Go ahead and put 2 layers of meat on the center. And then, so it would be 4 layers. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. That way almost every single bite you take has a piece of pepperoni in it. It all has plenty of cheese. But I haven't found my oh, there's my piece of pepperoni. And I made a big mess. But let's do the taste test. Good pizza crust. Here's ricotta cheese with a little bit of pepperoni on it. Personally, I do think I would like this better with dipping it in marinara sauce, because it's just a hint on the dry side on the inside. But if you wanted to, you could put marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce on the inside. Pizza sauce, not spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce. On the inside, put a layer of it. That kind of gives a little bit of a coating. But I wanted to follow the recipe exactly what it is. And now that I know what I've done, how it turned out, which is good, but the next time I make it, I'm going to put a layer of pizza sauce over the whole thing. Then I'm going to add my ricotta cheese. And then I'll put my protein in there. And I'm going to put some veggies and some onions in there for me. And then put the meat on top and do 2 layers, 4 layers of protein. So when it overlaps, every single bite has a piece of protein. So anyway, this is my take on STROMBOLI. I don't know how to pronounce it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, we are back with the second one. And look, it didn't get all brown and crusted like the first one did. But look at that. Look at that goodiness. See how thick that is? See how the cheese is all nice and melted there? So now let's do the quick taste test. It's hot. Oh, hot, hot. I need a fork. I need myself a fork because it's hot. Well, look at all that goodiness. And the dough is nice and soft. It's not near as crunchy as the first one was. The first one took a little, I had to go do something and I had to come back. And I think it just got a little overcooked. This one was exactly 20 minutes. Oop, got hot. Oh yeah. The dough is nice and soft, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, and you can definitely see the cheese. You can taste the cheese, the ricotta cheese, the Italian dressing. Now, personally, I would go half, only use half of the recipe, but I'm going to give you the entire recipe. I would only use half of the recipe for the Italian seasonings, because it's to me it's a little too much Italian seasoning. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, but everybody's different. Now here's a big piece of the ricotta and the cheese with Italian dressing. Oh yeah. Taste the ricotta. Excellent, excellent. 2 thumbs up on this one for sure. The first one, I would say half and half. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.